Hi all, welcome to Bhavya's Arts. Today we are going to do watercolor painting. Oh, this on your screens. This is the reference image. So before starting this class, kindly whoever joined, kindly type your name and from which place you are joining. Hi, Sharvin. Hi, Pranamaya. Hi, Vijayalakshmi. Suryanandan. Hi, Mitusha. Hi, Chinni. Hi. Whoever joined the class, if you are already my student, you can mention your name and from which batch you are from. You just mention that. So, all over from India, so many are joining the session. Hi, how are you? Hi, Arika, how are you? Amita, hi. Amita Anand, hi. Okay. Now we will start the class. Okay. So this is the reference image which you are seeing at your screens. Okay. This is a scenery, scape we'll call landscape. Okay. So before starting any type of drawing, it might be an imaginary art, it might be a copy art, any art. Okay. You need to take inspiration from the nature itself, from your environment, right? So, reference image, why we are not copying directly. We will take this reference image as inspiration. Okay. We can't do live now. So, live painting, it will be impossible now. So that we will take image as inspiration. Through that inspiration, we will study how to observe the objects in the environment. Okay. For that reason, we are going to do the scenery scapes. Okay. So in this scape, if you observe the scape, you can see the things. What are the things are you able to observe from this reference image? Anyone can answer. So reference image is on your screen. Okay. When you see this reference image, what are the things that you observe first? Just type in the chat. Okay. A hut, bushes, house, boat. Still, still, what are the subjects? Like, what are the objects you are seeing in this scape scenery? That's it. Still, anyone want to answer? Bridge, very nice, very good. Water, Ashwini said bridge. Harika said water. Good. House. Good. Swati said house. Good. Trees. Okay. Sky. Very nice. Good observation. Nice. Good. Harika, good. Sky. Still, you just observe the reference image. Each and every minute detailing you need to observe. Birds. Okay. Home tree. Home and tree. Okay. Boat. Okay. Boat already over. Already someone said. Birds already someone said. Okay. So these are the things, yeah, you can observe in the reference image. Okay. When you take any type of reference image or when you are doing any type of live painting, what are the things you need to observe is very important. Okay. And how you are looking at the objects. Okay. Now, when we see this reference image, first step we need to understand which type of perspective will come to applicable to this reference image. That is very important. Okay. Which type of perspective is applicable to this image? Anyone can answer? Okay. Everyone has said so many objects which are there in the reference image. That's very nice. Very good. Thank you. Now we are moving to the next step, that which type of perspective are you able to see in this image? Perspective. Anyone can answer? Which type of perspective are you able to see in this perspective? Okay, 1 point. Still others? Anyone can answer. No perspective? Okay, good. Still anyone? Yes. Okay. We will study now which type of perspective we can give. Okay. See here, I'll draw one horizon line side. Okay. Okay, you are typing, then I'll wait for 2 minutes. You can answer. Okay. Which type of perspective are you able to see in this reference image? There are so many types of perspectives like 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point. Like that, there are so many are there. In that, which type of perspective are you able to see? Okay, we'll study now. Okay. See here, I'm drawing a line here like this. This is called horizon line. This is called horizon line, where our eyesight will see. Okay. First line will see that. And then we'll draw a vertical line like this. Okay. So when we draw like this, I feel it will come under 1 point perspective. Okay. Where there will be one vanishing point and there will be one vanishing point that is called VP point. From that point, we can see, okay, side perspective. Good, very good, very good, very nice. Okay. From that point, we can see our uh, subjects. in the reference image. Okay. Now we will see how this will go. I'll erase this line now. Okay. See here, if I draw, this is the middle, I feel, middle of the paper, I feel. So I have drawn one eye line or horizon line. Okay. Above this horizon line, there will be one more horizon line which touches the, which tells the height of the object. Okay. So whenever we need to study height of the object, we need to draw horizon line above and horizon line below of the middle point. Okay. And also it will tell the width of the object. It will also tell width of the object. Okay. See, this is the height length, where how much you need to draw. Okay. And these are all the things you need to observe whenever you are drawing or painting anything. Okay. This is one step. Okay. Now we will move to the next step, where what are the objects we can observe and how we need to observe. Okay. See, when I see this reference image, I observe so many objects. Like, I'll start with sky. Sky is very light in color, which is mix of, what are the colors you can see in the sky if from the reference image? It's a question. Anyone can answer. What are the colors you can observe in the sky? Anyone can answer. White, blue? Yes. White, blue. Okay. Sky blue. Okay. So you need to break down the reference image like this. First, starting from the upper part, where we can raise our head bit and we can observe. That is upper part of the horizon line. Okay. Simple words. In simple words, we'll go. We don't use any complex words. We'll use very simple words. When we raise our head and when we observe that, that will be the sky part. That will be the background of our reference image. Okay. That is very light color. Okay. Lighter value. We can call it as lighter value, where it is having light blue, light green, white color mix. Okay. When we come next part, that is the thing we can observe. What the thing? That is trees. Trees are not in exact, leaves are not visible. Exact leaves are not visible. Okay. So after looking at this image, this part, we can consider this artist made it a loose art painting, where he made first an impression and then he given some highlights to it with darker value. And for our eyes, it became an illusion that we will start thinking that it is a tree. Okay. Like that, he given the impression for the tree. Okay. You can see there is no, they won't, nothing is there. Like leaves are not there, proper branches are not there. Okay. But our mind, what our eyes are telling, it's a tree. Why? He made some illusion effect by using the which type of art? Loose painting art he used. Okay. So for that tree, that is the knowledge we need to understand. Next, when we come down, we can see the current poles. Okay. Backside of the tree, you can see small poles like this. See here, small pole which is having lines, current lines, electric lines. Okay. He given, though it is there, it is adding depth to the painting. Okay, these are the minute detailings which we need to understand, where the depths to be added for our painting, any type of painting, not only this painting, any type of painting, minute detailings are very important. Next, coming to the road, which is muddy road. He used different colors to show the muddy road. Okay, and he was telling that there is a sunlight. Okay, every painting will tell story to you. Okay, every painting will talk to you, right? Like that, when we see this artist imagination is like this, like there is a sunlight. Okay, that sunlight is touching the tree as well the water, so that reflection is visible, highlights are visible, shadows are visible, right? And even more highlights to show the impression and to make illusion that there are houses are there, there are the mud way is there, there is a bridge which is constructed with wood. Okay, there are no direct detailing work. Okay, he even simply artistic work where we feel that it is a certain object. Okay, that is a thing, that is the main benefit for loose art watercolor painting, which we will do very fast. It will be completing very fast, it will dry very fast, and it will look very nice art piece. Okay, so this is about reference image. Everyone got an idea? Can we start drawing now? Drawing and painting, can we do? Type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the screen. Okay. Stop this sharing, and then we will move to the drawing part. Yes. Good. Okay. Now for this artwork, watercolor painting artwork, what are the materials we need? Okay. We have already shared the material list in our class group, right? But I'll tell you here again what are the materials I'm going to use. Okay, this is the A3 size. This is the A3 size paper, 300 GSM paper, and cold pressed paper, which is having rough surface. Okay, and I'll be using watercolor cakes like this. I'll be using watercolor cakes like this. If you are using, suppose if you are using watercolor tubes, you can use. Okay, watercolor tubes are also same. Okay, but pigment will be little thick. Okay, so you need to take very tiny drop from the tube and you need to mix the water. Okay, and then I'll be using brushes, mob brushes like this. If you have mop brushes, use mop brushes like this. If you don't have mop brushes, or if you don't have brushes like this, not a problem. You can use round brushes. If you don't have round brushes also, you can use flat brush like this. Okay. Whatever brushes you have, use that. Okay. Today you are going to learn the concept, application. Okay. Further, you can use whatever brush you have as of now, that you can use. Okay. And then take 30 centimeter scale, because I am using A3 size paper. Because of that, I have taken 30 centimeter scale. If you are using A4 size paper, you can use 15 centimeter scale, small scale. Okay, not a problem. And I'll be using 6B pencil, so that whenever I draw any line, it will look dark. Okay, normal brush is also okay. I already mentioned. Okay, so to make lines dark, I'll be using 6B pencil on my paper. But on your paper, you need to use HB pencil. Which pencil you need to use? HB pencil. Again, I'm repeating, use HB pencil. Okay, and when I am drawing it will look little dark. Okay, don't compare. If it is very light you can't see, so I'll be drawing dark, but on your papers you should draw very light. Okay, understood? And don't use too much eraser to erase the lines. Okay, so these are about the, if you want to use eraser, you can use molded eraser if you have. Okay, if you have molded eraser like this, you can use like this eraser. If you don't have molded eraser, use normal eraser like this. Okay, so any type of eraser you can use. Paper size I mentioned, it is A3 size. If you don't have A3 size, use A4 size. And this is watercolor painting, so you need water. You need water like this in two bowls. In two bowls, take water. One is for cleaning the brush when we use darker colors. One is for cleaning the brush when we use lighter colors. Okay. So I am using A3 size. If you want to use A4 size, use A4 size. Okay. Same ratios will be applicable both the things. Okay, 1 minute. Let me complete the material list. Afterwards, I'll tell how to stick the paper. Okay. So these are the things about materials which I am going to use. And the next thing, now this painting we will do in vertical direction. So stick the paper in vertical direction onto your planks. Okay. And draw the border lines. On all four sides, draw the border lines like this with pencil. Use scale and draw the border lines. Okay? Done, everyone? Completed? Type yes in the chat if you are completed. If you have completed this one, type yes in the chat. Sticking part and drawing the border lines. Everyone should interact. Okay? Now, just an approximately, you need to draw the vertical line in the middle of the paper. Approximate line. Don't draw it. No need to draw exactly. If you want to draw exactly, you can measure and draw. But I am drawing an approximate line like this. If you want to use scale, use scale. If you don't want to use scale, okay, you can draw with freehand also. Not a problem. Done drawing this line. No? Yes. I'll wait for 1 minute. Done. Now, yes. So everyone has completed. Good. Now, what I'll do, I'll just draw like this. I feel this is the middle line. So just draw like this. Above this, very lightly you need to move. Slant line, slant line. See, we are not drawing exactly. Okay, I'll be changing little bit. Strokes and all I'll be changing. And also colors I'll be changing little bit. Okay. So that we don't copy the other artist reference image. Okay. So you can see the changes what I'm doing. Okay. Very easy one. Hut drawing is very easy. Okay. Just draw slant lines and join. No need to draw each and every detailings. Okay. Sorry. Slipped. So here you just draw double line like this. So one line will be the whenever we are painting, no, by that time sometimes we'll forget to paint few objects. So while drawing the skeleton structure itself, you need to just give some dots like that so that you won't miss any of the things. Okay. So this line I am giving here. Here I am going to paint green part, that small grass part and all I'll paint. For that reason I'm drawing like this. Okay. Or like this. Okay. And then here above, just draw vowel shapes. See, simple way we will do. No need to do any very complex way. Okay. So simple way we will do. We'll see how it will get. So here and all, greenery is there. Just draw, imagine line. Okay. This part, it is having boat. You can give any shape for the boat. If you want to change the shape of the boat, you can give, but keep it small. Okay. Don't give too much detailing to it because we are doing loose paint, so we don't need any detailing work here. Yeah, done. So till here, everyone do. Okay. Till this line, you can do. Follow the reference image. No need to copy what I'm doing. Okay, you can follow the reference image and you can do. Make little more. Width wise, I am increasing the width wise here. Okay. So till here, everyone do. Once it is finished, type in the chat yes. Okay. If you type in the chat, then only I'll move to the next step. Okay. Completed? Everyone? Done? Type yes in the chat. Okay. Now we will draw. We'll again will start here. From here, this bridge line is starting, right? So we just draw slant lines. One second. I'll use scale here. It need not to be completely slant. Okay. Just draw with the help of the origin line, this line, how the scale will be there, right? Same thing you need to measure, come down and draw like this. So our perspective won't get disturbed. Okay. When we draw slant lines, no, it will get disturbed. Sorry. Just draw horizon line, that is horizontal lines like this. Till here. Okay. After drawing horizontal line, everyone should observe the screen now. Here I have drawn two lines, right? So in the two lines, what I am doing, I'm just giving small, small curves like this. See? Very fine curves, little curves. And then what I'm doing, I'm just pulling standing lines like this. All are standing lines. And now I'll join this one. After that, I'll give small, small rectangular structures in between them. Like this. After that, only one thing, draw two standing lines like this. Mhm. So holding the bridge line. Okay? Yes. Draw. Only take scale, draw horizontal lines. Okay? Draw horizontal lines. See, when we are discussing about the reference image, I said one point that this will give illusion to our eyes that it is looking curved lines, it is having slant lines. But in real thing, in fact, it is not having any slant lines. It will be having all horizontal line, vertical line like that. Okay. But it will give illusion to our eyes that will feel that there are slant lines. Hmm? So just I'll increase the road of the here. Yes. Now you draw everyone. Once it is finished, type yes in the chat. Everyone should do. Type yes in the chat. I'll increase little bit branches here. Rest of the things we will do with the painting only. Till here you do. This is enough. Minimal drawing and rest of the things we'll do with painting. Whoever finished, take eraser, erase the vertical line. Take eraser and erase the vertical line. Now what I'll do with molded eraser, okay, I'll take molded eraser. Wherever the dark lines are there, I'll press this eraser line on top of the dark lines. Okay, one layer of the dark line will erase. So this step you do everyone. This line you do. Hmm? In when we are discussing about material list, I mentioned that I'll be using 6B pencil. Okay. You need to use HB pencil. Normal HB pencil you need to use. And lines should be very light. It should not be dark like this. I am drawing dark. Then only you can able to see. Okay. So that only I draw dark. But on your papers, draw it very light. To get the lighter the lines, use HB pencil. I said already, if you don't have needed eraser, use normal eraser. Okay. Done drawing part. Can we move to the painting part now? Everyone are ready to paint now? Take watercolor paints, brushes, water, and keep your pencil erasers aside. So first what I'll do, I'll take dry brush. Everyone observe the screen what I'm doing. Okay. I'll dip the brush like this in the water completely. Okay. This is one method what I'll do. Dip your brush like this completely. Okay. And then apply water here. Don't apply on the tree. Around the tree you need to apply. Okay. If you have applied water on the tree, take tissue paper and remove the water. Apply around the tree. Till the horizontal line, which we have drawn, right? That horizontal line. Till that you need to apply like this. This is mop brush. Brush number 8 I am using. Okay, if you don't have brush number 8, use whatever brush you have. I am using mop brush number 8 and I'll be using mostly 6. Brush number 6. 6 is also very useful to paint the watercolor painting. Okay, like this. apply the water. After application of water, see the screen. I'm going to take sky blue color to palette like this. I'll take sky blue, clean the brush. Okay. And then I'll take little bit of white, very little bit. Don't take too much. This much enough. Clean your brush, wipe it properly, and take little bit of emerald green. Take little bit of emerald green for the sky. Okay. White, sky blue, emerald green I have taken. Everyone should take these three combinations. Okay. Now we'll keep here only. Clean your brush. For wiping the brush, I'll be using tissue paper. Okay. If you want to use tissue paper, use. I'll take little more of sky blue and I'll drop like this. I'm not painting now. I'm just dropping the color on the wet surface. Okay. And I'm moving the color like this. I'm moving color. I'm not painting anything. And I'll add little bit of white here. Little bit of white. And a drop of green. Very little drop of green. Don't use too much green. Okay. All colors should blend properly. Then only the end result you can see it in a proper way. Here and all you just use sky blue like this. And once it is finished, wherever you feel color is excess, you just take tissue paper. Don't press too much. Just take out the color like this. This is called lifting color and the technique which we used that is called wet on wet technique. Wet on wet. Okay. Wet on wet technique. You can note it down. Wet on wet technique where we will do the surface first with water. Where we will apply the surface with water. Dry surface with water. On that we will apply the color. That is called wet on wet technique. Okay. Mm. Do it. Now again I'll apply little more darkness I need here. I'll touch with the sky blue only as the second layer before it get dry. Okay. So do it. Done this part. Completed. So we have done wet on wet technique. Now my question is what is wet on dry? If you know, you can type in the chat. Wet on dry technique. If you know, just type in the chat. Everyone should participate. Okay. Okay. Now I am going to paint this hut. Okay. For that, what I will take colors. Observe the screen. What are the colors I am going to take? Okay. I am taking red color. I'll take little bit of red and little bit of very little bit of crimson red. Okay. I have mixed scarlet red and crimson red. Both the reds I mixed. And I'll change brush number 0. Mop brush. Not round brush. Mop brush number 0. Applying paint on dry surface. Okay. Okay. Now for the heart, paint with this color. Crimson red and scarlet red I have mixed. First we'll make some impression here. Afterwards we'll give the detailings. Okay. So just take yellow color, that is lemon yellow. I'm going to take lemon yellow here and I'll apply lemon yellow because to show the highlight values here. Apply little bit of lemon yellow and for we have mixed scarlet lake and crimson lake, right? To that I'll give little bit of blue, very little blue. I am taking ultramarine blue. Okay. This part I'll give little darker value to show the shadows. Okay. And then I'll take brown color, light brown color, that is burnt sienna. Take burnt sienna and apply to the next heart. Are you able to follow, everyone? Type in the chat. Are you able to follow? Use burnt sienna or light brown color like this. Yes. Rest of the others, are you there? Next, this side. Here, I'll clean the brush and with the wet brush, I'll pull the color down like this. I'm not up taking color, any color. Whatever the color is there, with that color only, I'll be painting like this. Okay. So once it is dried, you can see the result. Now it is wet, right? So result may not be visible properly like this. Okay. Now to this I am using Go Bangi hue just to lighten the hut. It will give some glow to the art. So I'll be using To get that glow, I'll be using Gombengi hue. You can use Gombengi hue or an Indian yellow. Okay? Anything you can use. First, apply the impression. Afterwards, we'll get into the detailing work. Yeah, this is the impression for this next hut. Okay. Now I'm going to take till here everyone do. We'll finish this uh tree part also I'll do because sky is dry now. Yeah. Everyone do. Okay. Now we will move to the tree part where we will give impression with Indian yellow. Take Indian yellow little bit, clean your brush, and then take lemon yellow little bit. Take lemon yellow, Indian yellow. Okay. Do it everyone. I'll be giving time here 2 minutes. Afterwards, we will see the tree part. Okay. Everyone completed? Still 2 more minutes. Do it, everyone. Done? Yes. Now we will see the tree part. Tree part will be having color combinations where we need to show highlight value as well, mid value, and then shadow values. Okay. For to achieve that, we need to mix the colors. So you can see this palette where I'm going to mix the colors. Now I'm going to take brush number 6. Okay. Take Gombangi hue to your palette. Clean your brush. Take lemon yellow. You need to take lemon yellow little more like this. Okay. Take sky blue. Take sky blue like this. Okay. Now you take a little bit of Indian yellow. Okay. These are the things which you need to take to a palette. Once you have taken, start applying with lemon yellow. Completely you need to apply with lemon yellow itself. See first, don't paint. You just touch the surface where we have given the skeleton structure for the tree. Okay. Don't paint. See how I am tapping the brush like this. Like this. With completely with lemon yellow, you need to cover the area like this. Okay. And back side of the house. This part also that is having highlights. So I am doing with lemon yellow itself. Okay. First lemon yellow we have done. Now before it get dry, you need to apply the next color that is Gombangi hue on the left side. Left side of the tree you need to apply the Gombangi hue. Okay. This much. Like this. Okay. Now take little bit of lemon yellow before it get dry you need to do and mix it with blue color and then apply this green here. Take little bit of emerald green now on top of this. Apply the emerald green. Don't paint, just tap the brush like this. Don't paint. Okay. And take little bit of sap green, that is dark green. Okay. Dark green you need to take. And little spaces, white spaces you can leave like this. Now here also, this side, it should be dark. Okay. And when it comes to the left side, you need to reduce the intensity of the darkness like this. And back side of the house, this part, just make it dark. So you need to add greens here more. Just tap like this. It will leave some leaf impressions. Okay. And I'm going to add one more layer of green with sap color, sap green. Now I'm holding my brush in straight position. Okay. To get the leaves, leaf structures. Okay. This is impression of the tree. I am using sap green. Okay. So this is the impression of the tree. Everyone do. Wherever the green painting are there, we will do that one. Afterwards, we will move to the water one. Okay. Yes. Do it now, everyone. I'll give 5 minutes time. Okay. Do it. Till here, anyone is having doubts, you can type. If you are having any doubt, you can type. Deep green. For deep green, I have used sap green, dark green. Okay, completed. Don't have sap green, use emerald green, 3 layers. I am just adding one more layer like this to make it little more dark, and I am not touching the left side where we have painted with. You mix with yellow and blue. Increase the intensity of the blue, then you will get dark color, dark green. Okay. Okay. So this is like this. I want to make some leaf structures which look green. So to get that structures, what I did, I have holded my brush like this and I am tapping like this. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now this part is also looking green. So we'll do that also. First, you need to apply lemon yellow. So first I'll do wet. Here wet on wet technique I'll use this part. This is, I'm just putting some water here. After that I'll add lemon yellow to it. Okay. And then add little bit of blue. Little bit of blue to it. When blue get mixed up with yellow, it will change the color to green. Okay. Then here I'll give, yeah, grass structures. I'm not painting with the brush. I'm just tapping like this to get the grass structures. Okay. See here like this. It is on wet surface. So what I'll do, I'll clean my brush and just move my brush like this. Once it is dried, you can see the structure properly. So it will take time to dry, right? The simple structures you need to make. Okay. So this is about green, this side, and near to the house, back side of the house, I'm using sap green here directly to show that bushes are there. Okay. So don't use too much water. What happens? It will get mixed up with the other colors. Okay. So once it is done, take raw sienna. Take raw sienna. If you don't have raw sienna, you can mix burnt sienna, that is brown color with white and bit of yellow. Okay. I'll be taking raw sienna here. First, I'll apply water completely this side. So we have already drawn the double line. So be careful. In the second line, you should not apply the raw sienna. Okay. Now drop the raw sienna here. Pull the Drosena completely for the muddy road. Like this. Should be very light first. Don't do it dark. Lightly you need to do like this. Okay. Before it get dry immediately, you need to take burnt umber. What color you need to take? Burnt umber. On top of this, see on the road, there will be some shadows of the house, shadows of the trees, right? To show that shadows, burnt umber will be very much useful here. So use burnt umber to the side of the road. Just drop the burnt umber. So you don't have raw sienna, then use mix. I already mentioned that mix burnt sienna, that is brown color with white color. Sky blue, what sky blue? Okay. Now, and never ever leave the rough lines. It should get mixed up properly. Okay. Now I'll use green here and I just at the side of the roadway I'll just draw standing lines completely. So before it get dry, you need to do all these things. Okay. So little bit of raw sienna again. That is light brown color. Light brown color you need to use. Once it is done, here I am going to give 2 minutes. Draw it. Sorry, paint it. Once it is finished, type in the chat. Okay. Yes, completed or finished or done. Anything. Then only I can get to know that you have completed. Okay. So to get tertiary colors, what are the colors we need to mix? Anyone can answer. I am not asking secondary colors, tertiary colors. Okay. So now it is done. Now what I'll do, I'll take 0 number mob brush. I'll take brown color for the bridge. So on the dry surface, I'm applying this one color. Apply very lightly. Don't apply it in darker way. Okay. This will be having, we are going to add few more colors. Okay. So I'm going to take the extra color to make to look like light color, light brown. Okay. I'm asking that to get the tertiary colors, what are the colors we need to mix? Anyone can answer. Type in the chat any type of tertiary colors. Any color. Which color? Not. Any color you can get. What are what are the tertiary colors are there? To get the tertiary color, like brown color is a tertiary color. So like that, what are the things, what are the colors we will mix to get the tertiary colors? So I'm using here burnt sienna, brown color. Okay. Completely I'm using burnt sienna itself. This is not red. This is brown. Okay. Now clean your brush. Take burnt umber and I'll be changing brush. I'll take small brush, round brush to fill the gaps here. Okay. Take burnt umber. Take burnt umber for the lines I am drawing here. That is chocolate brown color. If we mix primary colors and secondary colors, we will get the tertiary colors. Okay, that is a simple question. This I need to do. Next, take burnt umber to your palette and mix that with Persian blue. Take burnt umber, mix it with Persian blue, the darker value which you get now, that you need to paint here. Leave little white spaces and then paint like this. Okay, this is the shadow value of the wood. This is the shadow value of the wood. Next, I'll take burnt sienna and I'll apply here at the end of the bridge. I'll apply like this. Okay. Now this part is completed. Now we will move to the water painting. Once we finish this artwork, no, Afterwards, what you do, you take picture of your own artwork, whatever you have done in the class, you just send it to my WhatsApp number. Okay? Now, I'll take brush number 8. You can use brush number 6. I'll change water now. Here I'll apply clear water for the river part. Don't touch the boat. Okay, around the boat you need to apply the water here. First you drop little water and pull the water com for the complete surface. Yeah, white surface. And down to the boat you leave little bit of white space. This side also, left side and right side. Near the bridge. Complete water you need to put. After that, before it get dry, take ultramarine blue first, and then drop. If you don't have ultramarine blue, you need to do with sky blue only. You can do with sky blue only, okay? Or you can choose dark blue also for this. Here I'll lift little bit color. I want little bit sharp here. Then I'll move the paint this way and down to the boat. First I'll apply the light value. Okay, lighter value I apply. Afterwards, I'll move to the darker value. Yeah, once again, I'll wait after this completed because if water get dry, I won't get the value properly. Okay. So before it get dry, I'll wait. I will do afterwards, I'll wait. Okay. Before it get dry, I need to do here this part. Then only color blending will happen smoothly. Okay. Hmm. Now you can do. Water part we have done. Just do it. After this, we will do the boat. Afterwards, we will do the detailing part. Okay. So everyone, I'm going to ask one question. Please listen. Type what is perspective? What is meant by perspective? The beginning of the class we discussed about perspective, right? Now tell me the answer like what is meant by perspective? Anyone can type in the chat. What is meant by perspective? What is meant by perspective? What is meant by perspective? What or theme? Okay. What is meant by perspective? Then, okay. Now we will move to the next step where we will do the this wooden part is enough. For that, I am going to take burnt umber. We have to give the depths. I'll add burnt umber. The way we see the things. Good. Okay. And then I'll take burnt sienna, brown color. I'll just add like this. For the boat. It will have some depth. Yes, good. The way we see things, it will have some depth. Still anything to add? And with the burnt umber, I'll add little bit detailing to this. Okay. See, perspective means the same object which we observe in different way according to our eye level. Okay. Eye level, it might be the above eye level and below eye level. Same object, we can observe it in big way and small way. Okay. See here, when we walk from here on the bridge and when we go near to the house or hut, it will look big. When I am looking from here, it will look very small. Okay. The same object we will see in different shapes. No, sorry, different sizes. Okay. This all will says about perspective. It will make our vision to see big, small. Very near to us will look very big. Very far from our eyes, it will look very small. Okay. That is called perspective. Very good. What are the next question? What are the basic colors to make any type of painting? What are the basic colors which we use to make any type of painting or mixing? Basic colors. Okay. Now, after this, So here down for the reflection, what are the basic colors which we use for painting? Okay. So this is the reflection of the boat. Like this. Okay. Now we will move to the tree trunk part. I have taken raw sienna, light brown color. First I'll take light brown color. Okay. After this I'll take dark brown. Sorry. Burn sienna. The basic colors which we use is red, blue and yellow. These are also called as primary colors. Okay. Next. We all came here to draw something, right? So what is meant by drawing? What is meant by drawing? At one end use burnt sienna and for branches I'm using burnt sienna here like this. Okay. And here to make shadow of the branch I'll be using burnt umber. Yes, blue, red, yellow. Good. That question is done. Now, next question is what is meant by drawing? Just a fundamental question. Here, so you should not leave any sharp edges so that you need to blend the colors very smoothly. Okay. Now take burnt umber and for the branches you need to draw like this, paint like this. Small, small branches you do. Okay. And then with the burnt umber, I'll just give some highlights for the branches here. What is meant by drawing? Anyone can type. What is meant by drawing? Drawing is a virtual art. Okay. Still, so wherever the rough edges are there, that you need to blend it like this by cleaning your brush and blend. Okay. So to make it look little more natural, so just draw one vowel shape here with burnt umber. Okay. And then take green color, sap green. Down here this way, we just add greenery, green grass. It is an art of making 2D things into 3D illusionary objects. Okay. Simply 3D illusionary objects. Good. It is a process through which a picture come into existence, right? Drawing is a process where picture comes to existence. It will get life when we do drawing, and when we fill it with colors, it will come into existence, right? That is called drawing. Okay. So everyone do this part. So next question is, what is the difference between traditional art and modern art? What is the difference between traditional art and modern art? You can answer whatever you know. There won't be any perfect answers. Okay. So next take burnt umber. Here you just give some branches like this. Okay. Afterwards take green color, dark green. The sharp edges you just paint with that dark green. Okay. Now, what is the difference between modern art and traditional art? Okay. Now take emerald green. From here, you just give some bush-like structures. With emerald green, you need to make. And back side of the house like this. Okay. And then give sap green little bit here. On top of this, add sap green value, darker value. Okay. After that, just let it be, let it get dry. Afterwards, we will see this part. Okay. And now I'll take other brush. I'll take ultramarine blue at the edges of the bridge. I'll add ultramarine blue like this. Okay. This is the reflection of the bridge. Down here also, we'll just add ultramarine blue and pull the color little bit so the sharp edges won't be visible. Okay. Yes. On this side, same. Don't take color. Clean the brush and move the color like this. Okay. So when it comes near to our eyes, water will look little darker value. Water will be having little darker values. So there you need to give darker values here like this. Okay. Traditional art is created by physical tools like paint, pencil, and clay. Okay. Modern art. Modern art doesn't use tools. Yes, anyone can answer. It doesn't have any definite answer. Okay. You can search, you can answer it. So, and this side same, when it comes near to our eyes, it should look dark. So I'll give dark here, darker value. Like this. Okay. Now I'll take burnt umber. I'll just draw very light lines for the muddy road here, like this. With the burnt umber, I will give little dark. I'll add little darker value this side. Rest of others, anyone can answer, right? Answer. Okay. Now it's done. Next, for the wood part, see a tip of the brush, you just add little bit of paint and you just draw ovals here and there to show, to look like wood. Okay, wood will be having some texture, right? So that texture when we are doing here, like this. Okay. And then with the burnt umber, just give lines for the wood. Very light lines you need to give. Okay. Don't give it dark. Okay. Next, with the green color, just add some grass here. Nearby, it should fall down here in the water like this. Okay. Afterwards, till here everyone done, I feel. Next, I'll take Persian blue, that is dark blue. Here I'll draw very light and small line with blue. Okay. I'll mix Persian blue with brown color. I'll mix Persian blue with burnt sienna. Then here there is a pole, right? So I'll give very fine lines for the pole. And then I'll take little bit color here. I'll add electric wires. Okay. And here also very small wires you need to add. Okay. Now I'll take black. When you are working with black, you need to be very careful. It should not eat the actual color. Okay. So you just give fine lines with the black. Very fine lines for the impression which we have done here. No need to draw completely. You can draw it broken lines. Okay, you can paint broken lines structure and give strokes. If you want to use any other darker values you can use. Okay, like this. Just give this and add little bit of shadow here. Shadow of the shadow for the hut. Okay. So mix burnt umber and Persian blue. Mix burnt umber and the Persian blue. If I here this part, I'll add lines. If you want to change the texture here, you can change the texture of the house. Okay. This part. This is the entrance part of the house. You can change the texture also. And this is the window. Next, I'll take black for the next hut. I'll add little bit lines here. Like this. Very fine lines. You should not add dark or thick lines. Okay. Add very, very fine lines. And for the tree, I'll add one dot here with the black color. And for even the boat, I'll add one stick for the boat. Okay. With the black color itself, add this rope lines of the bridge. See, I am drawing like instead of using pencil, I am using this black line, black color. Okay. I am not using it directly. I have already painted with the colors. Okay. After that, I am using the black color. Now this part, just with the black color, make it little dark here. There will be some dark dot lines will be there when it comes to the wooden part. Okay. And even for the way, you just draw with black, small lines like this to make the muddy lines. Okay. So I'll add little water. I don't clean this brush. I'm not wiping the brush. I'll take little bit black, add little water here, and I'll add black trace here for the lines, for the ripples of the water. Okay. Now take black color with your brush. Here we did some impression, right? So just give some outer bush line like this. This. Okay. And final thing where we will draw birds. This. Add wings properly. Okay. And a small thing that is I'll add little bit reflections here with darker value I'm adding. So to add that, I'll use small number brush, zero number brush. Take out the excess color. Without having the excess color, I'll add little bit of reflections like this. Okay. And last step in this one is once you finish the artwork, send it to my WhatsApp number. Again, I'm repeating. Okay. Now I'll add little bit of dark green, that is sap green. This way. Okay. And after this, I'll add little bit of ultramarine blue. To this, I'll add little bit of ultramarine blue. Okay. See, we have changed so many things from the reference image. If you see the reference image, we have added leaves to the uh, tree. We have added texture to the tree. We have given some fine linings to the house, right? And we have added values, shadow values, everything. So we have changed so many things here. Okay, everyone. No need to draw straight lines. You can just broke the lines and give the linings here. Okay, it should look like both. Okay, this is the painting which we have done today. Okay, so mention your name when you are sharing your images. Okay, and you need to take proper picture of this and send it to my WhatsApp number. Everyone, hope you have enjoyed the session. Still, if you have any questions to ask, you can ask. Hmm. Okay. Do you have any questions to ask? Pencil shading classes we have already shared. What can you conduct one pencil shading class? Okay, okay. We'll see. Still any questions you have? So once it is finished, send it to my WhatsApp number. Everyone, thank you. Okay. So we have just launched pencil drawing course. Okay. So you can check it out. We have shared the link in the chat box and as well in our group also we have shared. So you can check that one. Okay. Harika. To my WhatsApp number. You are in the group, right? You might know my number. You can send it to my number. Okay. Okay, Harika. Still you have any questions? Not in in the group we have shared the link of the course, drawing course. And also in the chat box it is there, you can see. Okay. And we have our number, WhatsApp number. You might know. You can share your artwork to my WhatsApp number. Not in the group. Still anyone is having questions? Okay, then we'll take leave for today's class. Okay. Thank you for attending the class live session, watercolor painting live session. I hope you have learned concept. Try to apply the concept by taking other reference images. Try to follow the concept where light is coming from and where are the shadows have formed. Okay. So try to understand the reference image, break down any drawing you do, just break it down into parts. You just observe small, small parts and then start drawing and painting. Your artwork will look very much professional. Okay. So that is it. Thank you. Thank you for joining the class. Okay. Bye then.